ministry is so hard, and there are going to be times where you want out of wherever the Lord has placed you. Our pastor said, the only thing I'm going to tell you is do not move until the Lord says move. But I think when you stay faithful, even in the hard things and the things that you don't understand, once you're out of it, you can look back and see what the Lord was producing. Like, we get these moments where we look back and you're like, oh, that's what that was for.
Welcome to the Worship Probs podcast, where we aim to entertain, encourage, and equip worship and tech leaders all around the world. Look, we all know that serving in worship and production is great, but the problems, those are real. Thanks for joining us as we dive into today's episode with our host, Brian Tabor.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 363 of the Worship Probs podcast. Welcome back to the pod, guys. I'm so glad you're here. And I want to tell you, it's Thanksgiving week, so happy Thanksgiving. I hope you have an absolutely incredible week. And just know, as you're gathering with your family or friends or both, or whoever you're gathering with this week, I am going to be giving thanks for you, for the entire Worship Probs community. Now, if you're listening from the future and you're like, why is this guy talking about Thanksgiving? Well, the original air date of this episode is Thanksgiving week of 2025. And so that's why I'm saying it. And even if it's not Thanksgiving week when you're hearing this, just know I'm thankful for you. I'm thankful that you're here. Thank you for all you're doing for the kingdom. And just know that I'm giving thanks for you today and this whole week. We got a great episode for you today. As always, I got prayer concerns. They're packed with laughs. And man, I sat down with my new friends, Nikki and Tanner Moltz from Covenant Worship. They dropped a new record recently called Can You Hear It Live? You're going to want to get that ASAP, and you're going to love these folks today. I can promise you, if their ministry is new to you, they are on it, and God is using them in incredible ways. And I'm really, really excited to share it with you. Thanks so much for hanging out today on YouTube or wherever you get your podcast. We're thrilled to have you with us today. Before we dive in, I want to give some love to our amazing partner. They help to make the podcast possible, and they have for 7 years now, since the very beginning. They are our dear friends at Planning Center. This episode of the Worship Probs podcast is brought to you by Planning Center, an all-in-one software that can help you organize every facet of your ministry, connect with your people, and help your people stay connected to each other. Among the many ways Planning Center can help you do that is through task management. In Planning Center, you can create detailed tasks, organize to-do lists, and even collaborate on those tasks with other team members in real time. Do you have recurring events and projects with long to-do lists? Make a task list template to save time. Have regular tasks you need help keeping up with? Set your tasks to automatically repeat at an interval of your choosing. And the best part is that you can create tasks from absolutely anywhere in Planning Center using the toolbar. You'll find your Tasks tab in Planning Center Home, the place you see all the important updates happening across your account. To learn more and get started today, visit planningcenter.com or click the link in our bio. Well, the Worship Probs podcast is excited to have Nikki and Tanner Moltz with us today. Guys, welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for having us. This is awesome.
Oh, man, we're so glad to have you. Been looking forward to it. How has your summer been?
Busy.
It's been a busy one.
Yes.
For sure.
Yeah. We've been wrapping up post-production for our album, and so it's been quite the run to the finish line, but that's finished now, and we are
uploaded.
Very thankful.
It's on.
Oh, man.
And we're
It has to feel good to send that off, and the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed and all that good stuff.
Yes, very much so.
Yes.
Well, we like to have a little bit of fun. So Tanner and Nikki, welcome to the hot seat. You can both answer these. They're short, rapid fire. Okay, question number 1, burger or salad? What are you picking most of the time?
I mean,
burger.
Every
time.
Burger. 100%. Is there anyone that picks salad?
I think they're not telling the truth, but there are some people who pick salad. It would not be my choice either. Number 2, what's the last song you played on your phone?
Okay, so mine was Tame Impala. And it's because I was showing somebody some awesome bass tone. And so that's what mine was. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Mine has to be Abby and Aiden's new album. It's called Throwing Paint. Have you heard of this album?
I haven't. I need to.
Abby Gamboa and Aiden King, they got in the studio and spent 7 days writing and recording an album in 1 week.
Oh my goodness.
So
very good. Very good.
Wow.
So that's been on repeat for me.
Yeah. You guys are so spiritual. Mine was How Deep Is Your Love by the Bee Gees.
There you go.
That probably says a lot about me. That says a lot about me. Okay, if you had to pick a superpower, what would you choose?
I think mine would be to manipulate time. Ooh. I want to either freeze it.
Okay, Marvel.
For bad, for whatever, or speed it up. You know what I mean?
Do you know I've never gotten that answer. That's an excellent answer. I really like that.
Thank you.
That is really good.
There you go.
Mine would be invisibility.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Invisibility. I get that. Okay, number 4, do you have a favorite comfort food?
Oh man, this is a rabbit hole.
Okay. Mine is going to be this. I don't know if this counts as comfort food, but it's going to be pizza every time.
Yeah.
It's going to be pizza.
And pizza for me for sure, because Tanner, he has a new name. Tell him your new name.
Yeah. So I've delved down quite a deep rabbit hole. I'm making pizzas at my house, and it is
man,
it's consumed my life.
It really
I make pizza every week. We live in Denton, Texas, and so I'm affectionately referred to as the Pizza King of Denton.
Ooh,
best pizza in DFW. Right.
So. Okay. Well, I need to make a stop the next time I'm out there. That is for sure.
We do.
Because I am a foodie.
It's the best pizza they've ever had.
Oh, man. Okay. Are we talking deep dish? Are we talking thin? What are we talking?
We're doing like New York style mostly. So we've got the crispy undercarriage.
Yes.
And, I go above and beyond for it. So,
Okay. Well, I hate to sidetrack us on that, but we could do a whole episode on pizza. We need to get that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Before I ask you number 5, I need to know, did you both grow up in Texas?
Yes.
Okay.
I did. I grew up. Sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. You go ahead.
I grew up in a little town north of Amarillo, Texas called Borger, Texas. And I moved to Dallas in 2010.
Yeah.
So
okay.
And I'm from the DFW area.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this, I know, is a very controversial subject for people from your part of the country. In-N-Out or Whataburger?
Okay, I have a little bit of a complex answer on this.
Okay, all right.
I'm going to choose Whataburger before it was bought out, like 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
Because the Whataburger before it was bought out was great. Yeah. It's not as good anymore, and it breaks my heart. So
we're always going to have food thoughts. We are always going to have food thoughts. I think Whataburger for me.
Still Whataburger, yeah.
Still Whataburger.
Yeah.
It's the In-N-Out fries.
I get it.
It's the fries at In-N-Out are just not my thing.
Okay, so somebody told me, maybe I saw this on TikTok, I don't remember. If you order them well done, it helps.
Okay.
Oh.
So I did that. The last time I had them well done, and it helped.
It changed it. Okay.
It did change.
We're gonna have to try that. Okay. Now we do go to In-N-Out quite often. We frequent all burger places very often. We're burger people.
Yeah. Well, if I had In-N-Out here, that would be my comfort food probably. We don't. And so I have to maximize my opportunities when I'm out of town. They're coming to Tennessee, which is about, 5 hours from me. So I'll make that trip.
Where are you?
Exciting.
I'm in Indianapolis.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
No In-N-Out.
So, No in and out. Not yet, at least. We got high hopes. Well, really excited to have you guys on today. And thanks for tolerating the hot seat questions. That's good.
Yeah.
We do need to follow up with that pizza conversation. So, okay, as we're getting started, can you guys tell us a little bit about your story? Like, how did God lead you to where you are today?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, man, the Lord is so faithful. We are the worship directors at Covenant Church in Dallas, Texas. I think the interesting thing about us is we are a worship leader, music director combo, which I don't feel like you see super often. And so he takes care of production, music directing, engineering, takes care of the business side of the ministry, and I take care of kind of the people side. But this year in November, we will have been married 10 years.
Yep.
Wow.
And
congratulations.
Thank you so much. We've worn a lot of hats in ministry. The bulk of our ministry was really being contract musicians, and to have been placed in this position, being the worship directors of our church, is something that we actually never ever expected to do, but it was just what the Lord had for us in this season. And so it was really daunting for us because it felt very mysterious, because I think each of us would have been really happy to be maybe just more background people, sidekicks to whoever is in charge, but the Lord has called us out to lead our teams for a season. And so it has been incredible, just when you feel so insufficient and unprepared for something, to see how the Lord strengthens you and to really walk that out in real time every day, week to week, has been such a beautiful part of our walk with the Lord in the last couple years. And so we've worn a lot of hats, but right now it's the hats of leading a worship ministry and writing songs and creating songs for our church as well. And so we're having an amazing time. It's been an incredible season at our church.
Man, I love that. I love that. Well, you mentioned your church, Covenant Church, Dallas, Texas area. What can you tell us about the church, and what has you kind of energized about what God's doing at Covenant Church?
Man.
Yeah, we right now, I think what's so great about Covenant Church is it's a very unique church in that it's a very it has a long and rich heritage of worship. And David and Nicole Benning used to be the worship pastors at Covenant for many, many years, and we love them, and they established such a great worship identity within the church, and so right now we're just so excited because in this season our lead pastor, Pastor Amy, has really put an emphasis on we want to create and we want to write music for our church again, and that's the kind of the season that we've been in. And so for our team and all of the creative stuff, like that's kind of what has us energized right now, is just writing these songs and seeing how our church body responds to them so well, and they're just in it with us. That's what's exciting to me.
Yeah. Well, our church, it turns 50 in 2026.
Wow.
And so there's just like, if you ask anybody what they love about Covenant Church, they always say the people. The people of our church are so faithful, really, really deep wells. And so truly it's such a wonderful experience to visit, because we are extremely diverse. I want to say, like, there was one time they did a count in a service, and it was over 60 countries were represented. And so people always say, oh, this is what heaven looks like. I don't look out into a sea of faces and see a bunch of people that look like me. I see everything, like literally every nation, tribe, and tongue. That's what it looks like. And so there's just such a rich history, a beautiful body of people that love the Lord so much and are so serious about the Lord. And so it's just, I've been at Covenant for 8 years now. And I always say, like, I've lived the best times of my life and the worst times of my life. And the people of Covenant, the way that they worship, they have picked me back up on some Sundays. And so it's truly, it's such a special place. And I can't believe we're going on 50 years. It's so cool.
Wow. That's incredible. That's incredible. Well, I love that. That's the local church being what the local church is supposed to be. And I that's awesome. I love that. Well, on October 3rd, you're releasing a new record. Can you hear it? I'm pumped about that. What can you tell us about the new record?
We are very excited about it. We can tell you that. It's I think this album is very special. I'm sorry, you're going to see my eyes moving because we have a cat that's made its way in here, and I'm trying to keep it from jumping on our acoustic paneling.
It's all good.
They're driving me crazy.
There might be some appearances.
I love it. I love it.
I think this album is very special to us because we really pulled in a wide group of worship leaders from around the Metroplex to be a part of this, because we just really feel called to not only write music for our local church, our church body Covenant, but also the Big C Church in DFW. We just really feel like something special is going on in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And I've been here since 2010, like deeply entrenched in the worship culture here. And I've never quite experienced what's going on right now in the worship culture in DFW, where all of these different camps are really starting to come together now. And it's been the most fun and gratifying thing to see in all of my time that I've been here. And so we really try to take that and bring it into our writing process for this album. Yeah. And I think that's what's made it really unique. And
we'd never done that before for a really long time. It was just writing albums with our team at the church. And so that first day that we stepped up to our writers retreat and had all these local worship leaders come, and we started the day with worship before we ever started to try and put pen to paper. And it was like, oh my gosh, there's something so special and concentrated about coming together and then spending the day coming into agreement on, first of all, what are you going through in your ministry? So first of all, we felt less alone. Yeah. And we walked away encouraged. And then we walked away with songs that everybody could take back to their own local church. And so there's something so powerful about coming into agreement on what we feel like the Lord is saying and what we need to be declaring in our churches. I think that's one of the most special parts of this album that's coming out, is just what it came from in the heart and what the Lord did in those rooms.
Yeah.
I love that, man. And you've got some cool folks that have coming in with you. I think the Benions are with you. A friend of our podcast, Michael Bethany, is in on this, man. And I can't wait to hear it. I know the Lord is going to use it incredibly. You hit send and you uploaded this, and so now you're in that kind of waiting season. As you're in that waiting season, what are you praying over these songs as they kind of get out into the hearts and minds of people? They get out into other local churches as well as your church. What are you praying over these songs?
Man, we've released about half of the album so far, and we just released our title track song, which is called "Can You Hear It?" And I think the very interesting thing about this album is once we decided the songs that we were like, this needs to be on the album, it was very clear that the Lord gave us a theme, and it was like, the King is coming. Make way for the King. The bride of Christ is getting ready. It felt very, we've been saying revelation-y. And we always talk about how, as songwriters, revelation is not the first place you run to. So we're like, what are you doing, Lord? And so, Can You Hear It? Is really like, creation is groaning, and heaven's armies are preparing. Like, Christ is returning, and it's going to be mighty. And what does it feel like when he is getting ready to return? Like, it opens with, can you feel it in the air, the atmosphere before the thunder? Just this anticipation for the coming of Christ. And then, what do we do in the meantime? How do we worship in the meantime? And then it ends on just this revelation imagery. Can you see his eyes of fire blaze and burn through bitter darkness? And so we released that last Friday, and I remembered asking over the last few months, as it's been in production process, of like, Lord, what are you doing on the earth? That this is the message that you are having us carry. And it's mostly because, like, it's just not where I run to as a songwriter, is to talk about his return. And then, of course, this last week of life has happened. Such a heavy week. And so it feels like less of a mystery why he is having us bring this message out. And it just feels like these songs are for right now, for this time on the earth. And what a comfort to know that I sat in a room last October and wrote words, that the Lord gave us words that would come out in its perfect timing. Like, it's what we needed to be declaring, because we had no idea why and what would be happening. We didn't even know when we would be releasing it, but he did the whole time. And I think that's the beautiful thing about how the Lord speaks to us and uses us for such a time as this. And so I think really already we are in awe of the Lord and what he's doing. And so, as we feel like we are groaning and crying out for the King, he's using us to create art that can hopefully encourage and empower other believers. And we're just in awe that he's already doing it. And so this album is like tools. How do we sing in the meantime? And it's encouraging and it's fun and it's all the things, but it also has the weight of everything going on. It has those elements to kind of sing through it.
Amen. Amen. Timely, man. What a timely message. Okay, this is going to be a horrible segue, but I just have to rip the Band-Aid off, though. So, okay, we started as a meme account, and so we always love to ask, have you ever had one of those services where, man, you had this plan, everybody was prayed up and prepared, and then something just happened, like the technology did not do its job, the train left the tracks? You ever have an experience like that?
Boy,
absolutely.
Boy, have we.
Absolutely. And this was this before Worship Bells existed? Maybe.
No, because we were afraid.
We just got lucky.
Because we were afraid of worship fails when this happened.
This was I don't know 5-6 years ago or something. This was not at Covenant, but Nikki and I used to play and travel with a worship group, worship leader, and we were doing an event one time, and we were all sick. We all had flu or whatever the case was, you know. And so the entire group was medicated on, flu medication.
Dayquil, so you name it.
We're not at our best here. Okay. So there's grace for this mishap. And we do have video to go along with this, which makes it funnier. But essentially we were going from one song. We were in a transition.
We were in the key of D for anybody that cares. We were going from D to B flat. I just feel like anybody that cares.
And our drummer was firing tracks, okay, and he fires the wrong track. It happens. It happens.
It does.
Okay. Yeah. So, but it takes him entirely too long to realize that, and so we're like, hey, stop! I'm on my talkback mic. Stop! And he stops it, and then he fires the same wrong song again. Now this happens. You know when you mess up on stage and something that may be actually 5 seconds feels like 5 minutes.
Yeah, absolutely.
This actually was a 3-minute mistake. Like we didn't get this train back on the tracks for 3 actual real-time minutes. And so you can imagine what 3 minutes actually feels like. So that felt like 3 hours. And then our worship leader who was singing the song, because we fired the wrong song in the wrong key, he was trying to just sing it. And it turned into like this weird Arabian Nights version of Living Hope. It's very Egyptian.
Then I think he got through the first verse, and then he was like, "Hey guys, we're having some technical difficulties. like it's those guys in the back. It's not us." It was
a long time.
Long. I think when you were like, okay, I'm going to start setting up an MD mic. We can't do this like whispering across the stage.
Right.
Yeah, this is true. Yeah. My kryptonite as a music director is that I can't read lips very well. So the best thing for our working relationship is now when Nikki leads at Covenant, she got one of those little buttons on her microphone that's like a talk back for us. And it's so great.
It has really saved us from some bad moments. It's just me.
That's fantastic.
This is where I'm going.
Well, we need that video first of all.
Oh no!
Yeah, we need to make that happen. Well, okay, listeners, we're going to get to the big room question here in just a second, but make sure you go follow Covenant Worship. It's at Cov Worship on the socials, and follow these two as well. We'll tag them up. Great follows, and make sure you go grab this new record. Can you hear it? From Cov Worship ASAP. Well, guys, we end all of our conversations with the same question. We call it the big room question. So if we could gather all the worship leaders and all their volunteers and all the production leaders and all their volunteers, we got them all together in one big room, and we gave each of you a microphone, what would you feel compelled to share with them about what we're doing in the local church?
I'll go first because I think mine will be a little bit fast, but because mine's very simple, and it's just because we do this so well at Covenant, and I believe it's one of the reasons why we're just so effective. And it's very simply just work together. I've been in many places before where, oftentimes certain ministries can be an island from each other, and I just think that working together between media and worship and creative and all these things, if we just communicate and talk and work together, I think at the end of the day, we all have different jobs, and all of these different jobs are very difficult, but really we all have one job, and that's to lead people into an encounter with Jesus. And I think that if you're working together, it's a lot easier to do that.
Yeah. Amen. So good.
Like lay your egos down and for sure. I think mine, this is the best piece of advice I've ever been given. And I feel like since I received this piece of advice, it's what I say to everyone. But ministry is so hard. and there are going to be times where you want out of wherever the Lord has placed you. And I was going through we were going through one of those really hard times, and we had these pastors that were just listening to us and relating to us and taking care of us. And um, our pastor said, the only thing I'm going to tell you is do not move until the Lord says move.
Yeah.
And I think so often you can see people who just quit because they're tired. But I think when you stay faithful, even in the hard things and the things that you don't understand, that's when you get to move from glory to glory.
Yeah.
And you can once you're out of it, you can look back and see what the Lord was producing. Like, we get these moments where we look back and you're like, oh, that's what that was for.
Yeah.
And so really, just ministry is hard, it is painful, but do not move unless the Lord says move.
Man, that's good. Yeah, those are both good. Those are both really, really good answers. Well, guys, make sure you go follow Cove Worship and grab your copy of Can You Hear It as soon as possible. It's out on October 3rd, 2025. And we're cheering you on, man. Can't wait to see what God's going to do with these new songs as you kind of release them in their fullness out into the world. And we're happy for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Man, they're great. They're just great. Before we hit record, we talked food. He's a bit of a pizza maker. Excellent. I got to get down there and have some pizza, man, with the Moltz. So grab that record. You're gonna love it. I promise you that. Well, if you listen every week, you know what time it is. But if you are listening for the first time, you may not know what time it is. So let me tell you, it's time for prayer concerns. Every week, we share prayer concerns on the podcast. And what's a prayer concern? Well, sometimes people send me actual prayer requests, like I'm having surgery or I got a big test or whatever. If you do that, I'm going to pray for you. So just know that it's not going to be just lost in the ether up there somewhere. I'll be praying for you. But it's a little tongue in cheek. So what we're doing here is, you know how maybe somebody walks up to you after a service and they just let you have it. They didn't like the songs you picked. They thought it was too loud. They hated the lighting. Your outfit was terrible. And if you wore a hat, so help me, they're going to let it fly, man. And so those are the prayer we jokingly call them prayer concerns. And people send them in to us from all over the world. And they have been doing this for 7 years. And it's unbelievable. Thank you for sending yours in. We want to hear from you if you haven't yet. You can jump over to our website, worshipleaderprobs.com. Just click on prayer concerns up in the menu and submit yours there. You can also DM them to us on any of the socials, and we will always protect your identity. You'll be anonymous, and your church will be anonymous. Like, it's a really safe thing. I don't want you to be alarmed about that. But we share these on the podcast every week. We want to make you laugh, take a breath, and just realize you're not the only one battling what you're battling. And I hope it encourages you. So let's dive right in. Prayer concern number 1. A guy came up to me recently and said, yeah, my mother-in-law tithes here, so I can have whatever I want. That is not how it works. That is not how it works, fam. This is not like a jukebox request line or, yeah, it's not, that absolutely is not true. It is not how it works. It is not how it works. Okay. Number 2, prayer concern number 2. Someone recently said to me, well, we obviously pay you too much if you can afford that car. People. Come on. Yeah, just don't. Just don't. Just don't. Okay. How about that? That's simple. Don't. Just don't. Okay. Number three, prayer concern. Number three, we had a band come and do a concert at our church one weekend. And a precious saint in our church looked at me after the concert and said, "Man, that piano player was good. I bet you wish you were that good. You could really do something with your life." At no point did a filter kick in and say, I probably shouldn't say that. She just let it have it. Kept saying it. Kept saying it. Okay, number four, prayer concern. Number four, it's unscriptural to have facial hair. I don't. I okay. I'll be lying to you if I told you I had done a really deep, like logos study on facial hair through the scriptures. I have not. I am. If we can believe anything that we've seen in movies and TV, this is a joke. Don't send me an email about that. A lot of them had facial hair, back in the day. I don't, there weren't a lot of razors around. Like, I think probably biblical times, there was a decent amount of facial hair on the men for sure. Maybe some of the women, I don't know. I'm going to get in trouble for that. I am going to get in trouble for that. And I am really sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay. I'm sorry. Here's the last one, the bottom of the pudding cup, prayer concern number 5. Someone recently wrote on a comment card, "I feel like we're doing too much outreach. We need more inreach." I don't have the foggiest clue as to what that means. I worked in a church for almost 30 years, never heard that one, no idea what it means. Absolutely no idea. But fam, those are prayer concerns. Please send yours in to us. I hope they gave you a chuckle as you're driving to Thanksgiving gathering, wherever you're going. Maybe you're flying. Maybe you're staying home and you're smoking a big old turkey on your Traeger. I don't know. But I hope it made you laugh, made you smile. Send yours in to us. Website, worshipleaderprobs.com. Click on prayer concerns and send yours in to us there. And you can also DM those to us on the socials. And of course, you'll be always anonymous. Okay. My pastor growing up used to say, put your ears on if he had something important to say. So I have many important things to say. The podcast is not over. I want you to listen to this next section because there's lots of really, really good details in here. We had a great time at Experience Conference in September. Well, we have a discount code for next September, the 8th through the 11th, 2026. Link in the bio for that to register to join us at Experience Conference, Walt Disney World, Orlando, Florida. Incredible lineup of speakers, amazing worship leaders, and last year over 90 workshops for every discipline on your team. Well, okay, if you get the link in our bio, go to the Experience link, register, use the code PROBS26, PROBS 26. Probs 26. It's going to save you $30 on every registration. You want to do that. And you got a whole year to plan and get your people to come with you. Bring your team. Now we're dropping episodes of Worship Karaoke. We're dropping them like they're hot, man, because they are. And we're having a blast. Make sure you're following us over on YouTube at Worship Probs. Kim and I are scheduling retreats that we do with worship ministries, worship and production teams all around the country. We'd love to come and partner with you for one. Shoot me an email, info@worshipleaderprobs.com. Been telling you a little bit about this. It's a really full experience of a day. All kinds of spiritual prep and intimacy with your relationship with Jesus prep and practical steps to being prepared to serve on the team. Who couldn't use a good talk for that? And I'm like an evangelist, man. I can come in and say all the stuff you wish you could say. I can say to your team because I'm leaving the next day. So man, I can come in and really beat them up I'm kidding. I'm not going to beat them up. I'm not in any way going to do that. But we would love to come. And I'll do we'll do all kinds of teaching. Kim will do a vocal masterclass with your singers. I'll take the band and production teams aside for workshops, and it's going to be great. We end the day with worship and a really meaningful time of communion. We'd love to come to your church. Send me an email, info@worshipleaderprobs.com. Now, January is absolutely that month is bananas, BANANAS. It's going to be absolutely insane. 3 weeks in a row. you got a chance to come and be with us at conferences. So, drum roll, give me a drum roll. Refuel Conference, our good friends up in Mishawaka, Indiana, January 23rd and 24th of 26. We're going to be there at Bethel University. Incredible event. Incredible. It sells out every year. So you want to get your registration in, and it's priced where you can really afford to bring your team with you. In addition, we have a discount code, Worship Probs Rocks 2026. That's a long one, but Worship Probs Rocks 2026 is your discount code. You got Kim Walker Smith, Rita Springer, Vertical Worship. Our good friend, Pastor Scott Longear, will be there. He and I will be recording an episode of the podcast as a breakout with a live audience, which we absolutely love doing. Caitlin Caggiano will be there, our good friend. Kim will be there with me. It's just going to be unbelievable. There's a link in the bio for that one. That's Refuel Conference. And then the next weekend, Worship 424 Conference, January 30th and 31st. This is Cedarville, Ohio, Cedarville University. Uncle Paul Balash will be there, so you know it's going to be absolute fire. And a crew of incredible speakers will be there recording an episode of the Worship Probs podcast. And so you got to join us for Worship 424. There's a link in our bio to register for that as well. And then the last of the three, we absolutely loved it last year. Become is a conference sponsored by New Jersey Worship. It's their Y conference. And this year is Become. Last year was Behold. This year is Become. This is February 7th, 2026, Scotch Plains, New Jersey. If you're in the northeastern part of the United States, you need to come and join us for this. It is an absolute power-packed day. Kim and I will be there. Alexandra De Jesus Gomez, the founder of Free Worship, will be there. There's a link in our bio. Kim's going to be doing her vocal masterclass there, and they had to move it to the sanctuary last year. There were so many people that wanted to attend a vocal workshop. So join us for that, February 7th. There's a link in our bio for that. The Become Conference. It's just, these are great people, our friends, Karen and David Henry, who kind of with a great team of leaders from New Jersey head up the Assembly of God worship ministry, and they're opening this up to anybody who wants to come. So join us for that on February 7th, 2026. Well, guys, again, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for joining us. Always, I'm so grateful that you're here. Remember to hit subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. Do me a favor, jump over to Apple Podcasts and leave me a 5-star rating no, don't leave me. I didn't mean to say me. Leave the Worship Probs podcast, because it's way more than me. A 5-star rating and a really nice review. Huge help to get the word out. Thanks for following us on the socials and engaging with us. Our handles are at Worship Probs on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, and Threads. On TikTok, we are at Worship Leader Probs, which is a story for another day. You can also join our community group on Facebook, Leaders Helping Leaders, different content than any other social platform we're on. And so find us. There's a link in our bio that'll take you straight there, or just search Worship Probs community or Worship Probs group. I don't know. Search Worship Probs. That'll probably get you there. Answer the 3 questions. They're easy, super, super, super easy, but it helps me keep the spammers out. So make sure you answer. Guys, our friend Ali Bahanos. I've sort of run out of adjectives to describe Ali, but she's literally the greatest person to ever walk the face of the earth. Every room she walks into gets better because she's there. And she does incredible work for our podcast and has for years now, audio editing. And she's like a creative strategist, genius type person. If you need help, your comms team at church, maybe they're just not hitting the mark on social media, and they need somebody to come along and walk beside them and kind of help coach them up. She's the person to do that. We'll tag her in the description. Ali Bahanos, she'll help great. If you need a website, logos, whatever you need, she is the creative force behind Worship Probs and does an absolutely unbelievable job. And she'll do an amazing job for you too. And thanks to my friend Scott Hoke for our intro. Guys, one last time, happy Thanksgiving. It's my favorite holiday. I hope you have an incredible time. Don't eat too much. Wear stretchy pants. And until next time, deuces.